Hey everyone, welcome to Wembley for reflections on Sarina's contract extension. And we will begin with a few words from Mark Billingham, the FA CEO.
Afternoon everyone, thank you for coming. Just want to say a couple of words. So, absolutely delighted to be here with Sarina to announce her contract extension through till 2027, which obviously takes us into the World Cup in 2027, as well as defending the Euros title in 2025. From our point of view, fantastic news. She is, in our mind, the best international coach in the women's game, and we're delighted that she'll be with us for that next cycle of 2 tournaments. Also delighted that Arjan has renewed as well, so great to have them continuing with us. Sarina's got a great team, a great support team around her, and I'm sure she'd be the first to give tribute to them. But from our point of view, we think that it starts with the leader, and she is the leader of the Lionesses, and absolutely fantastic that she's staying on with us, continue in that role. For us, tournament success has always been absolutely critical. You know it's one of the key pillars of our strategy, not just because it's brilliant to win tournaments, but because it drives so many other things. You've seen the way that we've, together with the Lionesses, really driven a huge amount of growth in the women and girls game. We think there's more growth out there, and we think having Sarina in role helps us to have the best possible chance to win more tournaments and also drive more growth in the game. So helpful to all those other goals as well. And from our point of view, we're fortunate to have 2 fantastic coaches in our senior teams, and that's really evidenced by the fact that we've been in the top 5 in the world in both the men's and the women's game, which we think is a huge tribute to both of them and the work that they've done. Under them, we'd like to say the impossible job has never seemed more possible. So I'd like to just hand over to Sarina and just to reiterate, I've no doubt that we've got the best person for the job. Delighted that she's continuing, and over to you.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. For some I've seen yesterday, the other ones still Happy New Year. I'm very delighted to stay a little longer here. We've had an incredible journey so far. However, there's still lots of nice things to come with the Euros, of course, and also with the World Cup. I'm also very delighted that Arjen's going to stay because, as you noticed, we have been a team for a long time, together with the rest of the staff. And I think we, with the staff group, we have a very good team together, and we can support the squad very well. So yes, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm very, very happy.
Thanks, Sarina. We'll take questions from the floor. We would ask that you state your name, outlet that you work for, and whoever the question is addressed to. We'll take questions from the floor, and then we will take a final 3-4 questions under embargo this evening, and that will be made clear at that point. Anton, we'll begin with you, if that's okay.
Sarina, we'll start with you, if we may. Congratulations, I suppose. First question, I suppose just you touched on it briefly there, but why did you decide to commit to England until 2027?
Yeah, because first of all, I really like the job, and I've had a very great time with the team. It works really well. I'm very happy at the FA. The staff is just how we collaborate, and the expertise we have in the staff feels really good, and it's very enjoyable. And of course, working with this group of players, good human beings and very talented, I'm just really excited to stay a little longer. And time flies so fast, so I can't believe I've been here for such a long time. Well, short time, long time, depending on how you see it. And I just would like to stay a little longer, and everyone's happy. So, yeah, going towards another World Cup too, together.
You said in your statement this morning that there is unfinished business. How much of a motivating factor was that World Cup final defeat and what happened in the Nations League? Yes,
well, I'm motivated anyway, just as my team. But of course, this motivates too. So we had that disappointment, which I also said before in the World Cup. I thought we also won silver. But you want more. You always want more, and it's very hard. We know that playing finals is not easy. There's only 2 teams that can make the final, and I think we've done very well. But you always want more and thrive for more and grow the game and help players in their development. And it's just we still have very good connection, and I think I see lots of growth in this team, and I think we can go further than that. And we also know that the world around us is improving a lot and very quickly too. So we have to be at the top of our game, and I really like these challenges.
Was it a difficult decision? Because obviously, you know, you're the FIFA Coach of the Year. You're going to be in demand. There are other challenges out there. Did you have thoughts about maybe trying a new challenge?
No, well, you know, sometimes you think about it. I don't think of my career a long ahead. Like, I'm in the moment right now, and then I'm really enjoying this job, and it's very challenging too. And I still see that we can improve a lot, and that's what I like a lot. So no, I didn't have doubts. I just want to stay around a little longer, and I hope we do well and stay successful and win a lot of games.
Mark, after the Euros win, you said you wanted Sarina to sign a new contract, to stick around. How worried were you that Sarina might be out the door after the Euros in 2025?
I was never too worried because we've had lots of positive conversations, and we were always really clear that whatever felt like the best time for Sarina to turn positive conversations into legal discussions, that we would do that. She felt it was the right time after the World Cup. We did that. It was a really seamless discussion. So, yeah, I was obviously delighted that she chose to carry on and formalise that, but I think we've had good discussions for some time.
Thanks, Anton. We'll open to questions from the floor. Yep, we'll just go next to you.
Hi, it's Ruben Rosso, Power from PA. It's a question for Sarina. Just wanted to ask how at home you feel here.
Yeah, I feel worried. Well, this is my home away from home. We talk about that a lot now. One of my goals before I came in here, I thought, like, when I worked in the Netherlands, everything was so comfortable. And one of my personal goals was to try to get into another culture, get accustomed to this culture, and learn about the culture and connect people. And that stays a challenge, but I feel very home and very comfortable. And yeah, as I said, I'm excited to stay around a little longer.
Where does this job rank in the game? Is the England women's manager job the pinnacle of the sport?
Well, I think working for England is just amazing. It's the biggest federation worldwide, and like the game here has developed so much, and I think England is at the highest level with the competition, with the players, how the FA approach women's football. So I'm really happy to be here. But there's like what I just said, the growth of the game is really quick. So you see the club development, the league's development. So just that's also been very exciting to be part of.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Hi, Sarina. Rachel from Girls on the Ball. I just wanted to ask you, when you first arrived, you didn't have a lot of time before the Euros to prepare for Euros. You then didn't have a lot of time to prepare for a World Cup. The football calendar has kind of fallen back to normal now. Does that change the way you prepare for major tournaments? Does it give you more time in terms of preparing the squad and bringing players in, that kind of thing?
No, what I always do, that like there's some facts, and the facts is that we know when the Euros start, we know when the qualification matches start, we know in February we can play friendlies. So you count back from when the tournament is and what you want to do and how you want to do it. And of course, then it's about which players are available. But we think about how we want to develop our game, which players are available, how we want to approach other opponents and learn about our opponents too, so we can prepare as good as possible. So that philosophy stays the same. And yeah, you know, as an international coach of a country, that you don't have a lot of time. You don't have everyday training sessions. So the camps you want to use really, really well and do as much as possible, but finding the balance too.
And when you look back at the first camp you took when you first joined to where you are now, how do you reflect on the team, how far the federation has come, how far you've come?
Yeah, I think when I came in, things were set in place really well. And I heard before that that wasn't yet the case. So I've always experienced a very good facilities, a great fundament. And when I came in, of course, I had to get used to the people and used to the country and some things, cultural things too. So now I'm very, I'm very accustomed to the things. So it's more familiar, and that makes it a little easier. But I do remember that when I came in, first we went to Southampton, and that was very exciting.
Great, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. Yep, we'll go to Simon. Thanks.
Hi, Simon Collins from the Evening Standard. Sarina, you obviously would have had 18 months still to run. Was there a specific reason why you thought now was the moment to sign a new contract, when in theory you could have given yourself another year to think about it, another 18 months?
Yeah, no, not specifically. As Mark just said, we have had conversations all the time, and so I thought it was a good time to look a little ahead, and I really felt like time goes so fast, and we only had one tournament, and I just feel with this team we can grow so much more, and I just wanted to do another tournament with this team too. So that hopefully will be the World Cup.
Yeah, was that a big attraction? When you look at the age of the squad, a lot of those players feel like they're not yet in their peak. When you looked at the players and their ages, was that a big attraction why you wanted to stay? Because you feel they can get better?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's so much potential. We have experienced players, we have young players coming in, and the growth of the game here. You see, the Women's Super League has grown so much too. That watching the games is very exciting. The crowd also. So it's just really nice to work in England for the FA and see a lot of potential.
And just one on obviously the Team GB won't have the Olympics this summer. They'll be disappointed at that. But do you think long term, for this group of players, given the calendar and how congested it's been, there could be a benefit from some of these players having a summer off football and a chance to fully rest and recover?
Yeah, well, you know, a career of a football player is short. So when you play at this level, you really want to be part of every major tournament. So that's a big, big disappointment. But now we know we're not there. Then that's you try to turn it around and see it as an opportunity that in the summer there is a proper break. And get really fresh for the period after the summer and preparing for the Euros.
Thanks, Simon. Go down to Susie, please.
Hi, Susie from The Guardian. Congratulations both. It's a thing to congratulate you both on, I think. Mark, you probably know what I'm going to ask you. I mean, I guess, you know, a lot has been made about the salary gap between Gareth and Sarina, and then obviously we've seen Emma Hayes be given a very decent salary with the US. How competitive are we being, if you won't give us a number? How close are those gaps?
Yeah, thanks, Susie. So, I mean, you won't be surprised that I won't give you a number, and we don't give the number out, actually, for anyone other than those we have to report annually on our board. So what I would say is we view Sarina as the #1 coach in the world in the women's game, and we view that she's paid accordingly. I don't know what other people in other federations are paid, but I can say I think she's paid accordingly. So, yeah.
Are you feeling valued, Sarina?
Absolutely.
And then I wanted to ask about the motivation as well. Obviously, you had a lot of players missing for the World Cup. You know, obviously Beth, Leah, Fran. I mean, how much of it feeling like a not totally complete England squad going into that tournament has motivated you to want to sort of bring the group together and go again, I suppose?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just really, I express that all the time. I really like to work with this group. It's such a great people and so much talent too. And it's very competitive too. So every player needs to be at the top level of their game to be able to be selected for the squad. And what we say, we want them to give us headaches. But yes, I'm also looking forward that some players are now coming back for injuries and start working with them again. And see young players coming in, experienced players getting to their next level too. That's just the exciting part of it.
Thanks, Susie. We'll just go to Charlotte. Thanks.
Hi, Sarina. Hi, Mark. Charlotte Harper from The Athletic. Sarina, you've been in this job a long time, such an experienced coach. Are you going to change anything about your managing style?
Well, I'm not going to change myself. I think if I'm going to try to change myself, then it's not authentic. So what I'm trying to do is be authentic, but improve myself all the time. And that's the same with the players. They want to develop themselves, and I'm trying to develop myself too.
From 2021 to 2027, that's 6 years. How are you going to make sure that this team doesn't stagnate?
Well, you never make things sure. You're just working really hard to improve. I think these players, they're so competitive and they're so eager to win. And we have two big tournaments coming up. And I think I'm not scared of things that they will slow down. Everyone needs to be at the top of their game. I just said that too. So players have to stay at the top of the game. Players have to develop. The competition in our team is really, really high. And it's very hard to come into the squad and then stay in the squad. And that's what we're working on all the time and what we tell them all the time too.
Just last one, a question for you both. What does success look like for you?
You want me to? Yeah.
Well,
For me, success, like, of course, you all know, we are at the level that we have to perform, and everyone expects us to win. So, of course, we're going to try to win every game we play. But in our environment, try to bring it back. What do we have to do to win games? So we're working on how can we win games, and work on that. Well, the process, you know, that's a word, but it's about how can we win games, and that's a big picture behind that. But that's mainly what it's about.
And for you, Mark?
Yeah, just to add, I mean, look, we're very clear in our strategy what our public goals are. They were in our previous 4-year cycle to win a major tournament. In our next 4-year cycle, it'll be the same. Obviously, those are the things that drive so many other aspects like participation, growth and things like that. So that has to be the ambition. Clearly, it's really, really hard to win international tournaments. We know that. But to be contenders and be as best prepared as we can be is all that we can control. But at the end of the day, it's all about trophies, isn't it?
Super. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Charlotte. We'll go to Tom.
Hi both, Tom Allenton, ESPN. Sarina, did Ian take much convincing to stay with you for another couple of years? You've worked together a long time now, but how key is he to the whole project?
Yeah, he's very key. As I said, we have been a team since 2017, and we have a very good work relationship. So I'm really happy that he stays, but he didn't need a lot of convincement. He's really enjoying the job too, and very motivated to keep our game at our highest level.
And Mark, was that key to the whole thing as well, ensuring that Ian was staying as well, that the two could continue working together?
It was important to us, but it was also important to Sarina, so absolutely. And I think everyone recognises that coaching, often it's about partnerships, and I think they've got a great partnership and great that it will continue.
Thanks, Tom. Yep, we'll go to Leila from ITV.
Hi, Leila, ITV News. You've had such a successful career, Sarina. What motivates you? I know you've talked about liking a challenge, but what motivates you and what do you think is the secret of your success?
Well, what motivates me a lot is it's very nice to work with such ambitious people and talented people, but what gives me energy is connect people and let them work together. So I really like the whole team thing and doing things together and then develop as a team. And when you develop as a team, of course, the individuals develop too. That's what gives me energy.
And just finally, the issue of grassroots sport, I know that's important to you, sort of bringing up young girls and seeing those role models and things like that. What would you like to see happen in the next few years?
Yeah, I think there has been such a big change already, but we still want to keep moving the game. I think one of the examples is that our group, the squad, sent a letter after the Euros, which made clear that we want for girls access to football. And that really made a change. So performing makes us visible, and with this visibility gives us opportunity to send a message, and that makes a positive change in society. So that's another thing that I think is really powerful and which I really enjoy. And hopefully, if we stay at the top of our game and we stay visible and successful and stay connected with the fans, and we are inspiration to these little girls and boys, that more girls will get involved in football and then stay in football and maybe become a coach later or do something else in football. So that's what we hope, and it takes a little time, but I think we're going into the right direction.
I think we want every girl in this country to have the same opportunity to play in their school and in their club as boys. And we've obviously driven a huge amount of growth, but the fact is there's still a gap between the number of boys and girls playing. So until those numbers are the same, then there's a job to do.